Hi, I want to tell you a quick story. I was at the rock climbing gym a few weeks ago, and I successfully, for my first time, climbed what's called the crack, which is a crack and a space between two walls. That is really a very challenging climb for a lot of climbers. And I successfully climbed it. When I got back down to the bottom, I was so happy and pleased with myself. And I looked at my hands and saw the scratches and the white chalk in my fingernails. And I felt purpose and confidence and pride. And that feeling is something everyone should be able to feel. And it's why I'm going to speak to you about rock climbing today. I've been rock climbing for about 9 years at four different gyms, two in Utah, one in Idaho, and one here in Nevada. And I enjoy climbing once a week at the indoor gym here in Nevada. And climbing is a wonderful sport for everyone. Really, anyone can go to the climbing gym and find a climb that's right for them. So, today I'm going to speak to you about the different climbs and why everyone can enjoy a climb at the climbing gym. There are different climbs, different types at the indoor gym, and there are different wall features and routes that I'll go over as well. And I want to also just touch on the benefits that come from rock climbing. So, the different types of climbs that you'll find at the indoor climbing gym are top rope, lead climbing, and bouldering. So, top rope climbing is done with equipment that not every other climb is done with. And what you'll have for that climb is your harness, your shoes. Usually you're going to want some climbing chalk to help with the friction on your hands, so because your hands get sweaty. And you're going to also have a belay device that your partner has on the other end of the rope. Top rope, the rope goes over an anchor at the top of the wall and comes back down to your partner. And it's pretty straightforward. You just climb right on up, and then your partner releases you back down. Lead climbing is similar, but the technique there and what makes it different from top rope is that as you go up the wall, you're going to clip in your rope to what are called quick draws, or little metal anchors or links that are placed along the wall. So if you fall, you're going to fall from wherever you last clipped in, but you still do have your belay partner on the ground who releases you back to the ground once you've made it to the top of your climb. The other type of climb that you'll find at the indoor gym is bouldering. And bouldering is done without ropes or harnesses. It's just you and the wall, your shoes, and your chalk. And this is my least favorite type of climb, but it's my brother's favorite. He likes the freedom of not being tied to anything. And if you fall, you fall. On crash pads, of course, but it's really incentive to try really, really hard. So bouldering is different than top rope and lead climbing in that you don't use rope or harnesses. The next thing I'd like to touch on is just the routes. There are different routes for the different types of climbs. For top rope and lead climbing, the routing system is set by the Yosemite decimal system. The easiest climb is going to be a 5-5. The most difficult is a 5-15. So you'll find a range of different climbs within those numbers. In bouldering, the scale is the V scale, and it starts at V0 and goes to V16, being the most difficult. With the routes at the indoor gym, you're going to notice that there are different wall features. You're going to notice overhangs, which come out and are parallel with the ground for a bit and then go back up. There are just regular vertical walls, and there are what are called slabs, which are just a gradual incline that you climb up, usually with a rope and harness. The other thing I'd like to mention about routes is that they are set by a forerunner, who is the person who goes and creates the route by bolting in the handholds and footholds onto the wall. And then if the rocks aren't colored themselves, puts a piece of colored tape to show you which rocks go with which route. So you'll notice lots of colors at the climbing gym, which separate the different routes from each other. So when you go rock climbing, you'll notice that it can be scary because the walls are pretty high, and it can be a challenge to get yourself up there. But I want to go through the benefits that come from overcoming that fear and just really jumping right on the wall. So first, the benefits of it's a great workout, right? Your arms, your shoulders, your back, your legs, your feet, your fingers, every part of your body is being worked out when you go rock climbing. And actually, there was one study done that showed that once you exhaust your fingers and your arms in rock climbing, you're going to need about 20 minutes to regain that strength. So there's really no point in going back up on the wall right after you've finished an exhausting climb. Take some time to relax your body a little bit and then go back up. The emotional benefits are that you've got to learn to trust whoever's belaying you, right? So someone's going to be in charge of whether you fall or not, and you've got to know whether you can trust them. So that builds trust. Another emotional benefit is that you gain confidence every time you successfully climb a route. And when you get back down, you can high five your buddies and say, man, aren't I so awesome? I totally did that. So there's that confidence that comes as well. I enjoy climbing for that reason. I feel like it's something that I'm good at, and that I'm not the perfect climber, but I can go and accomplish a climb every now and then and feel really confident about myself. And I want everyone to be able to feel that extra boost of confidence that comes with successfully completing a climb. So today I spoke to you about the different types of climbs and the different wall features and the rating system, and also just the benefits that come from climbing, physical and emotional. And now that you know all of the basics to indoor rock climbing, you are ready to get out there. Get your gear, your shoes, your harness, your chalk, and your belay device if you want to get really into it, and get to that gym. The only real hard part, I'll warn you, is that once you get there and you've been having a fun time, you're going to have to tell yourself eventually that it's time to go home. And that is going to be the most difficult part of the entire experience. So I'm excited for you to have your next success, your next achievement, and you're ready to climb. Have a great time.